What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I'm out here on the run, getting things done. Now let's get right into the topic at hand. Sean Kingston and his mom have been found guilty of fraud. Five counts each. I don't know if you guys remember him all that much, but if you do, it's probably for that song "Beautiful Girls." He had a couple songs outside of that. The only one I really remember outside of that is "Take You There," but that was pretty much it. And "Take You There," it didn't hit the way "Beautiful Girls" did. That is by far his claim to fame. In fact, back when this story broke, all of the news channels, they would play a clip from "Beautiful Girls." So that's pretty much what he's known for. And that song was forever ago. He's been largely out of the picture, and I hate to say it, but irrelevant, pretty much. And then this pops up, and we were all pretty shocked, like, wait, what? He was doing what? So dude was out finessing. He was finessing hard. He said over $1 million in cars and jewelry and other luxury items, as they put it in the news. I know one of them was a giant TV. He had a company install some giant TV in an entertainment room that was valued like somewhere around $100K, maybe a little more. But I believe they're the ones who threw the first stone at the glass house, because they was like, nah, we not taking an L on this. So he had a pattern of using his celebrity to basically get credit for stuff. And the guy was providing fake documents and whatnot. His mama was providing fake documents. She was helping in the fleecing. They were kind of, trying to keep up a lifestyle that he just didn't have the means to afford anymore. Maybe he did once upon a time. Maybe he never did, really, because the record deals, a lot of times the split for the artist versus the label, they don't be getting anything close to a fair share. And when you somebody like him that really only had that one hit, and that was when you were still like a come up, like that's what you became known for. They gonna have that split very much in their favor, because you too new to the game. You haven't paid your dues. You're not like a Birdman, where you came into the game, you was already making a bunch of money. So when you go to the record deals, you got negotiating power. You like, no, I'm not giving up this and that. 'Cause I think Birdman's split was 90-10 his way, because he just was he was gonna stand 10 toes down on what he was doing. He just wasn't gonna mess around. And I think it was the same thing for Manny Fresh as well. He did something similar. These were guys that they was already street dudes at heart. They was already making money when they got into it, and they felt like they had the leverage to set their terms, and they indeed did set their terms. Sean Kingston, not so much. He was young at the time. We don't really know much about where his dad was or anything like that. He was primed for being taken advantage of. And that music industry, we all know, because we done heard the stories. The old girl from En Vogue right now is talking about she's sleeping in her car. So we know heard the stories that the music industry can be really cutthroat. But none of that ultimately excuses what he did, going out there knowingly fleecing people so that he can get luxury items, so that he can keep up the appearance of a lifestyle. His mom said that record labels took advantage of him, and she was doing this and that, basically trying to do an investigation. What do the people that you ripping off have to do with you trying to investigate the integrity of some other thing that y'all involved in. It just doesn't work. It sounds like lawyer speak. Now, this was her testifying saying this. Sean Kingston, he did not testify in his, and that was probably for the best, because what his lawyer said already sounded ludicrous enough that he's still a kid in his mind. And I mean, ultimately, he didn't mean it. He didn't know what he was doing. Nah, he knew what he was doing. He absolutely knew what he was doing. Dude setting up fake documents to scam. Dude is having this person and that person, come deliver luxury items and stuff. Why? Because he wanted them. He wanted to get them, and he didn't want to pay for them. So he's not an innocent person here. He's not a victim of circumstance. He may have got taken advantage of in the music industry, sure, but that doesn't justify going and taking advantage of these other people that have nothing to do with it, or what your contract, stipulations are. That looks like that's the end of it, though. They're gonna be sentenced in a few months. I don't know how that's gonna go. They might. I don't think he's been in trouble before, not to my knowledge. So him and his mom might just get some sort of slap on the wrist, some sort of probation or something. They may not actually do any prison stint. I mean, I think they've been in there up to this point. If they have been, they might get time served. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'll holler at y'all soon. Peace.